We are learning QA fundamental, and today we'll see tell F command, SSH, SCP, and sublime. So for the tell F command is mostly used to see the log. So the scenario is, there is a file, and some application keep writing to the file, and we want to see what's happening in the file in the last 10 lines or 20 lines. So in that case we can use the tell F command, and then we can see the last lines written in the file. So some application keep writing data to the file, and at the end we'll keep observing that data. So for that we can use the tell F command. So the tell F command usually we use like this: tell -f and then a file name. So for the example, we can see here tell -f and the file name. So when we talk about this log file, the standard location for the log file is var log. So in your Unix system, your Linux system, or in your Mac system, if you go there, the var from the root folder there is a var and there is a log folder, and inside this usually we'll have the project folder, and then the log file name. So in this way you can see the contents of the file. So let's go to the item, and let's go to cd and then root, and then inside this you can see here, if I do the ls, you can see var. So I can go to the var. Inside this, if I do ls, I can see a lot of folder files. You can see here log. So go to the log, and here we'll have the specific folder for your project. So if you can go and test some project, then there will be the name for that project. You can go to that project and you can see the log file. So for now, that we are not running any project here, we are not testing anything, but we'll see the later in other videos. But the way you use, like, I can say tell F, and then I can give the full path, or if I remember, otherwise I can go to that folder and then give the file name. So var log and the prj, and then prj log. It's not going to run now because we know that prj folder is not there. So that's why it's saying, okay, var log prj, no such file or directory. But if you see the file there, and then you can issue this command tell F and the correct location and then correct file name, and you will see the contents. So if other applications write something in the file, you will see that contents as the other application write. So at the same time, applications writes the contents, and you can see also the contents. So this is about the tell F command. Another is connect to remote host. So I can give you the syntax or way to connect this thing, but I cannot show this also because I do not have the connections to the remote host, remote computer. But in your office, like from your terminal, if you want to connect to remote host, then how to connect? You have to use this SSH command. So if you want to connect to the remote computer, then someone will tell you what is the user of the remote computer and what is the IP address of that computer. So so once you get this information, then you can do the SSH, and you can give the NKS, that's the user. So in this case, the username is NKS. So I can give the username, and then I can give the host name. So I can give this information, and as soon as I give, it will ask the password, and I'll give the password. So here if I do this, it's not going to work now, but I'm just saying I'm just showing the way how to do. Like, let's say the user is NKS and then IP is 192.168.10.32. So sometime they can give the IP address, or sometime they can give the host name, some name, and the IP is associated with that name. So if you give this, it will try to connect. It's not showing any error, but it's trying to find out what is this 192 this IP, and then in that IP it will ask the password, and you have to give the password. And if you give the password, you will see another, I'm just going to cancel this, but you will see the another terminal here, and in this terminal you can run all the commands, ls, cd, or whatever, or copy whatever the commands is required for the testing the software. We can issue that command. So that is about SSH. And another one is SCP. So SCP is for copying the file to a remote location. So let's say there is a file in your local file1 text, and you want to copy this file to remote host. So remote host, that is in your remote computer. So if you know the user ID, and if you know the host name, then you can do SCP, and then you can say the file name. You can say the file name, and then user, and then host. So this is your local file, and you want to copy this file to remote. So this is the remote user, and this is a host, and then you have to give one colon, and this tilde sign is saying, okay, in your home folder, like in your remote host, go to the home folder, and inside the home folder copy this file. So if you see this command, the file will be copied. It will ask the password, and as soon as you give the password, the file will be copied to your remote host. And also in a similar way, like let's say there is a file called file2, and you want to copy from your remote host to your local, then you can do the same way. First you have to give source. So you can say my source is my remote host. So first I have to give the user, and then host, whatever the host is, 10.32, and then I have to know the path where the file is. So first I have to give the colon, and then I have to give the absolute path or relative path starting from this, using a home folder. So tilde is for the home folder, and inside this there may be, okay, let's say there is a folder called f1, and inside this file is called file2.txt. now, so this is SCP, and this is the source. So my source means my file. Where is my file? So in a remote location, I the file path is this. So I gave the file path. Now I want to copy this in my local, so I can give full path here also, or I can give the relative path. So this means in a current folder. So wherever in the terminal, if you do the present working directory, wherever you are, so in that place this file will be copied. Yeah, so this is about SCP command. Let's see a few sublime commands also. So in a sublime, I want to show you some JSON related stuff. So JSON file. So if I say the JSON file, the format is always opening and closing bracket, and then key value pair. So within the double quotes you can give key, and then colon, and the value. So value can be 1, and let's say I want to put another key, so within the double quotes name, and the value within the double quotes NKS. I can give then double quotes here also. Usually double quotes is given for the string, and this is the number, so I didn't give the double quotes. So id1 name nks. So this is a this is called json file. So in a json file there is opening bracket, closing bracket, and then key value pair. So this is the key value pair. I want to arrange this json file. How can I do, or and also I want to highlight this json syntax. Then usually I go to the tools, command palette, and there here I can say json, set json. So color is highlighted, key value. I want to also arrange this json in a sublime. So for that also I can go to the command, and then I put the json, but I do not see another options other than set syntax. So I have to install this. So here I can do install package. So install package is one time. If I do the install package, it's going to give me a lot of options here, and from here I want to select whatever I need. So for this I need something related to JSON. So I type JSON, and there are a lot of options here. I'm going to install pretty JSON. Okay, so I did that. Let's go to the tool, and then this time type JSON, and now I see a lot of option for the JSON because I already installed the pretty JSON. So if I click on here, pretty JSON, validate. So okay, so this is not a valid JSON, that's why it complained, because JSON file contains only key and the value, but on the top we have put something else. So let me delete this, and again do the same thing. Go to the command palette, and then JSON, pretty JSON. It's a saying it's a valid JSON, but it didn't yeah, I think it's arranged also. If it is what I was thinking, it's go to the next line. So maybe let's try another thing. Command palette, pretty, okay, here pretty JSON format. So this format is for that. So that is for the validating whether we have the correct valid JSON or not, but this is the format. Yeah, see, so this is very readable. So JSON, in a JSON file we see the few lines of contents, but in the real scenario we see the very big contents. It's 1,000 to 2,000 lines, and we want to arrange in this pretty way. So in that case we can go from the tools and use the command and arrange the JSON. So in this way it's very useful. Sometime you want to convert JSON to XML, so let's do that. JSON to XML. Oh yeah, here pretty JSON to XML. So if I do this, then this is the same contents one NKS, but this is in the XML format. So this type of format is called XML. So we also learn this XML format and the JSON format. So this is the same data one NKS, but it's a JSON XML. Can we also convert to the XML to JSON? Let's see. Tools, XML, here JSON to XML. Pretty JSON. Yeah, I do not see that. Maybe I can install something like this, like install package XML to JSON. Okay, install that. I'll come here and then go to the tool, command palette, and XML to JSON. Okay, so yeah, that was the XML where we had the root, and that's why it took all the things in the root and ID, and this is the valid JSON. So the Sublime is very useful to convert this JSON, XML, and do other operations here. And you can also go to the YouTube, and you can also find about the Sublime in a detail, or as you go in your work, you have the requirement, and then you can search from the internet and you can find the way and you can do the Sublime stuff. So that's all for today. Thank you.